Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Daily Mughals series here on the Lord Master channel, in which we're getting close to 1750, which will possibly be the year that a new institution will come up somewhere. But however, this requirement, however, again, is to either have a furnace, which I do have one, but for some reason it's X'd out. And the province owner of one of these must be true. That is, we are the leading producer of iron, either cloth or coal. Has at least 3 trade bonuses, which I do have, as well as the year is at least 1770. So yeah, that's one. And also another one of these following must be true is 1760, and Dwarf is the highest valued trade node in the world, which it isn't, but the highest trade value, god dang it, highest value trade node in the world is not far from here. That honor goes to Persia. Yes, Persia, most valuable. If I had all this control to myself, oh boy, think of the province you've been making and being the owner and having the majority control there. That would be grand, but here's one problem. You're up against these allies, which they're no pushovers when it comes to how committed they are to send a force this way when we bring all of them into there and be fighting on seemingly a wide front. Even if we have to take it all the way to Muscovy for that. Even got Bukhara, you know, still a big menace. Which that one, well, isn't as strong. But Hormuz, which we fought them several times in a long past, feels like a century ago at this point, where we never get to Hormuz itself, but we do have a navy that can take care of that situation. But also, before we will get down to business, which will likely be the Southeast Asian business, I want to address something right now regarding to the near future plans for Croatia and Daily Mughal series. There's going to be some schedule changes, which, like how I've been posting these on a daily basis, well, expect a slowdown on these videos. I'm not going to post as much. I'm going to go back to the old normal schedule that I did back in July, and that is, well, it may disappoint you, but that's temporary. It's going to be like about a week or two for it at least, where we'll go back to having 2 episodes of Croatia and 2 episodes of Daily Mughals each week. But I think it's going to be for about a week or two, so it's just temporary. And a reason for that is well, there's a combination of things. One, I am more anxious than ever to go back to Crusader Kings 2 and finish the Gupta series, which has been on hiatus since I've been really enthusiastic about doing a series on this game, as I've been really, you know, enjoying the experience of EU4 for the first 2 series I've ever done, of how successful the Mughals is and how grand Croatia in terms of success it became when it became a colonial power. You know, like, it's a wonder how you start from there and expand to North Africa, this part in Jollof, a bit of Congo, Madagascar, this part of Africa here near Kenya, and even made its way into Singapore. It was a resounding success for Croatia. But I may argue that it's amazing how it's like, yes, you did all the missions for Croatia, then you just decided to go global because, you know, you just wanted to outdo what some people, well, I mean I can't speak for all of them, of how they expanded Croatia onto the world stage. Whereas here in the Mughal Empire, most people would play as Mughals to do world conquest, but I'm not really a world conquest kind of guy, as much as I just like to follow these missions just to make it feel like I've accomplished a lot of things. Especially we still have this to work, and will eventually be led into the Malay Viceroyalty and an open China. In which I'll get down to the Malay Peninsula at the moment. Which, again, there's going to be a slowdown on EU4 videos for the few weeks' time. So I will go back to recording Crusader Kings 2 series for the Gupta series. I mean, it's only going to be for the last few episodes because I still intend to end this series by uniting all of India. And, as well as, you know, knowing that upcoming Crusader Kings 3 DLC, which originally thought it may come out on September, as we're getting close to the 1-year anniversary of Crusader Kings 3. But I think it might be another month or two, talking about October or November, till we will finally see the release of the next Crusader Kings 3 DLC, the Royal Court, and its update. And that is also partly the reason why I said once Croatia and the Delhi Mughals series is finished, I will not be doing any more EU4 series for the remainder of 2021. I want to put my full focus on the upcoming Crusader Kings 3 series when their DLC comes out, so I could just focus on just one game only. It eases the stress and the pressure of me having to commit to, like, okay, do a few episodes of this one and do another few on this series here. Just want to have a lightning schedule, so to speak. And even the most experienced players who played EU4 often, like most people would say by between 1750 and 1800, that's when they started experiencing fatigue and exhaustion. Says, okay, I've accomplished everything there is to do. Can't go on for another 20 years. Honestly, I'm starting to feel a little bit of that fatigue, but maybe for Croatia's part. But here in the Mughals, well, not quite, because there's these two left. Well, this and this, yes. I feel like, well, we need those done first. And then I may call it a series. Alright, some would say, hey, you're close to, 8200 starting. Why don't you keep going then? Well, there's this other part that I never really bothered. Maybe once I'm done with Southeast Asia, maybe I'll turn my focus out to the west. I mean, I already own Herat. Need Tabriz, Samarkand, Qom, and Mashhad. Mazandaran comes to mind. Mazandaran, yeah. That may come to mind in the future. These are claims, not permanent claims for further out west. Yeah. I could see that happening in the late part of the series, but for now, let's focus into the East Indies. First target, Pahang. Hang is only allied with Pasai, which I have no quarrel with them. Or I could say, hey, can you give us military access? Because it's an idea. This army here, head to there. No, no, no. Oh, okay, I forgot. I thought I owned this area, but the green colors. Well, never mind then. Do get there. Just get on it and drop off from there. The rest will keep drilling. This will be a quick war. This other army will be the one to... Let's gonna take a while for them to land. And the one that's currently in South Vietnam, we're taking you there. This is for Passat. They don't have that much away of ships, so I wouldn't worry about it. Got this many transports, and you know, the East Indiamen, they have plenty of cannons. Don't worry about it. The real question is, where is their army? And plus, with them improving relations with Spain for other potential allies overseas, that could spell trouble. Because they fear the Mughals. And that's why we ought to take it to them now. Or alternatively, just land them there and just walk on over. And of course, but we can't ask for fleet basing rights. So you just land there. You got it. Just wait for the morale to be up. It's up. Fleet deployed. We're just gonna have a quick war before we will fight the real war. Declare war against Changshan. And you'll be fighting against all these, including Ayutthaya. Which, yes, we've beat the heck out of them before, but can't wait to beat them some more. But the only difference is we do have a land border, you know, through Lana, through there, and then into Dai Viet. And they got plenty of manpower. Tributary stood on the Malacca. Crud. It's not what I wanted. They just became tributary because you were improving relations with them. Son of a beeswax. We were too late. That means those guys here are going to be hostile at us. Well, you know what this means, right? For the eventual. We might need a little more help. Come down here. Hang on, just a moment. A little more crownlets than usual. That's because of all that developing earlier. But the absolutism is there. Just looking. And of course, Lana and I Viet can come on down. That's gonna be a problem. I told you this is a problem. Armies exiled, meaning you have to get to friendly territory. Which means you can't do a damn thing about it. You have to start over from the beginning. Yes, I'm a bit bummed as you are, but don't want to have further delays. Okay, fine. We'll work our way down. And just arrived. Then we're all gonna work our way down here. What? No special favors. Get ready for transport. I'm gonna send you over to Pasai. Angry at the fact that Malacca took it in as a tributary because they were improving relations. And I'll be willing to take territory soon because that's part of the objective for a future mission, which we might as well get ahead. Rest of you keep drilling. Because you're not involved in this sort of thing. Get over there. All these areas. Get him. If you can make your way down. Monument to Peku. Ah, yes, the stability. All the way up to the max, as promised. What does Spain think of us regarding aggressive expansion? No, nothing. But they want the Maldives. Hostile relations allied to rival. Because they don't like Great Britain. Fortunately, you're already inland. How developed are you? Do I really need that aggressive expansion on me? Oh, it's just only for that one. Yeah. Do that. You got plenty of diplomatic power for that? By the way, that British fleet. It's pretty good size. Get back here. I need your help. You'll get your loyalty. About to have him cornered. Let's get him. No ships were sunk. They put up a fight. We lost a ship. What's with these guys? Guess they're just really good at fighting on the naval front of things. They know how to fight on the defense. Alright, one more naval battle. Barely have any galleys. While they, on the other hand, and we just lost another heavy ship while they lost theirs. The heck? Huh. But anyways, we're gonna be taking territory off of them because they deserved it. Okay, only this much. Less developed territories. because they bested us a few times and wasn't fond of it. But now we have a presence here. But come on, let's get out of here now. You will remain at this post. You will make your way up. Wait a minute, what? No, no, what the? Head this way. Just give me this territory. Your war is over. Now you can call him. Of course, it's going to take a while because the inland provinces is going to have to wait. Take care of that. What are you doing, you? One's gonna stay back in case of uprisings. He'll be deployed over there. Hey, get out of here. They're killing the sailors. The reserves, I should say. Got blasted. Careful. Aggressive expansion in fact reduced. Good to know. I'm not as talkative as some of the previous episodes because just saying, alright, just let time tick by and then we'll get down to the real war. Stop at what you're doing. You're using up some of those sailors. Cut it out. Transported the last few ships of the Vietnamese, the last few army regiments of the Vietnamese back to Vietnam. That'll calm down. Chomping separatists. Put it down. That's why you're stationed over here for. A little bit of mercantilism increase. Every little bit helps, even though I'm not promoting them anymore. But it's fine. Still the highest. Well, since for now we came down here, and you control this area. And now that we see that, Dry Dock Stock Exchange Conscription Center. So can only upgrade a center trade in a state or in a trade code. Oh, okay. Well, we're coring it now, trying to. But in the meantime, Commonwealth's chosen to have a golden era. No reason to establish that now, not until there's another idea group. About damn time. Innovativeness will jump up big time. And I wasn't using much of that diplomatic power anyhow. Very far ahead of time. Now start saving up on both of these powers. In Viet, they tell us the declining elephant populations in Southeast Asia. After many years of slow decline in the elephant population of Southeast Asia is now an all-time low. The demand for elephants and ivory products in both Southeast Asia and China has, however, never faltered, and as the price of the elephants and their ivory is rising. We do own plenty of provinces that has ivory. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached 100% power of economic hegemony. And you know what that means, right? There's your full power. Less monthly war exhaustion, more foreign spy detection, chances are better, more mercenary manpower, plus 25 goods produced, 10% plus discipline for mercenaries, plus minus 20 reduction of minimum autonomy in territories, and more governing capacity especially. Look at where we are now. We could definitely control all of these for ourselves. And don't forget the eventual western expansion into the areas such as Catalan, Fergana, Transoxiana, and you go west to Ashadijan, yeah, all these areas. No doubt we'll accomplish all of these in the near future. And then go west to own these areas. We'll be willing to expand as far as there. Just to show the world that. And then after that point of finishing all missions, I'm kind of left without a purpose and may call it a series right then and there. But hey, it's 1750 now. I do have a furnace, but trade goods regarding coal. Don't give me any ideas. It's just one area. Oh, don't give me any ideas. But I think it would be too late at this point. Because even if you still don't get industrialization, then the year has to be 1760. Which means as far as industrialization is concerned, and if it's a state, developed, manufacturers and enlightenment is present. Is it there in Persia? Yes. So, in other words, they're the ones that are likely gonna get industrialization. Unless something changes. That is all. Oh dear, I know what this means. Old monarch decided to die a little too soon, or is not quite ready to assume the world monarch. Mumtaz will not be ruling our nation until the heir comes of age. Crud! Only 11 years old now. But Mumtaz, however, is a free thinker. Would have been nice if we had you. But it's good to see these evenly distributed. Now you gotta wait 5 years. Very well. Spanish Canada. Huh. Oh boy. When Mumtaz was first made the royal consort, the Lodis were excited. Now that she's the royal regent of the realm, they are ecstatic. Mumtaz is now one of, if not the most powerful woman in the realm, and the family made it very clear to us that they expect to be treated in accordance to her position. What kind of daughter would she be if she did not help? Pay off some of the Lodi debt. The Lodi family will remember that we came to their help. Now it's role reversal. They ask us to help. Because we're trying to raise a child here. Hey! More Cambodian separatists. Boy, you've grown significantly. And boy, you say boy a lot. Oh, jeez. I was stretching. Right. Yeah, they should calm down soon. There you go. It's only tropical wood. Oh my goodness. They're really going for it. We definitely must fight against them. Mazandaran fighting against Bukhara, Bashkir, Mughals, Chagatai. You're up against Muscovy, Great Ord, and Karakunil. A big Central Asian war. I'm not getting involved in that mess. Calm down, will you? I'll give them to all of you. You can all go to war and go beat the heck out of each other. Could care less. We're having a big war over there. We know there's a revolutionary Spain, but now there's possible revolutions throughout Africa. No. Even Madagascar to come. Ottomans is becoming a bit prone to possible revolution. Up in Scandinavia, they're feeling that too. None over in the New World. And these areas here, prone to possible revolutions, even in Brunei. We've yet to see one here in the Mughal Empire. You got it. Ah. I'm stalling for time because I'm trying to stay off the administrative power. Until we get this next administrative tech. And then we'll go. Really? So they will resist. That is 70,000 revolutionaries. Oh, they'll take care of that. It first rose up in Macedonia. How developed is their capital? Not as much as I thought it would be. You know, since we're having issues with sailor recovery, maybe you should build more dry docks. Wherever it may be. Why the heck not? And you should build some of these other different types of manufacturers. You gotta do something with those areas because we don't need farm estates. Because mind you, soldiers' households are more effective on products of grain, livestock, or wine. Because quite honestly, I think you want to be ready for future wars, which could turn into world wars at this point. So forget about farm estates. Hey. Fortunately, these will not do. We were wealth intensive, but now let's increase our manpower very, very largely. Told you gotta do something with that money. That's why soldiers' households would be ideal. Oh, stretching again. Not doing yoga, just, you know, like that. But in actuality, just stalling for time, waiting for the administrative power. As soon as it's leveled up, go to war. Or stop drilling, and then go to war. Might as well. Not spending any more government progress at this time. Here's your innovativeness. Production efficiency up. And it's going to be at some point during the next decade, we will have one last idea group. But ideally, I would most likely go for offensive ideas. Because again, this land leader shock, land leader fire, that's how you're going to get 3-star generals. And plus more discipline. And the potential policies you could have. Combine that with the innovative ideas. Leader siege up as well. Wow. More economic ideas for increased artillery combat ability. Yep, definitely offensive as the last idea group. And of course, once implemented, we have to activate this again. And de-establish the Indochina, House of Worship. I will not take maritime ideas. You know what? You stay there because you need to cover this front as well. Alright, stop drilling. Get to the borders. To your positions. Again, we have to start the war by fighting against them. In which you're gonna have to deal with them again. So be ready. And also you'll be in that position to cover the northern front. So there'll be no escape. Get to the Vietnamese capital, so you can take these out and assist them on their way. These are your battle plans, gentlemen. Ignore it. Just get the prestige up. Counter-revolutionaries in Pahang. The subversive ideas of the Spanish Revolution has taken hold in Pahang, perverting the natural order of things. Right-thinking members of this nobility will not accept the state of affairs without a fight. They have rallied their forces and promised to drive the Russian revolutionaries out of Pahang if we give them support. We ought to get rid of them. No revolutionaries in my empire. Put him down. This complicates our plans. Back to your position. Wait for it. October now. You can go. So, Chang Sang is who we're declaring war against. And of course we'll fight the Little Ming too. But quite honestly, I should focus on territorial gains. You know, not to there yet. But focus on all of this. If that's your main priority. This one. And don't forget that area for the south. And these areas here, some are more developed than others, but most of them are not. Which would make it easier for us to control all of this. Got it? And I'll be sure to give Sao Bang back to the Vietnamese. It used to be a traditional land, but no longer a core long ago. Still, something that should be noted. Don't worry about all this. They got an admiral out there. Deployed both fleets. Quick, catch them! We caught them off guard. They were in the middle of drilling. Hey! Forgot about you. We'll catch them too. Nobody should run. Their forces. We got them. They'll be out of there for a while. I should go help them. Oh, hell. They're both Carthaginian, okay. Just double the effort. Head down here. Just get rid of them already. Now go defeat the Ming. Just take the damn capital. Basically embarrassing at this point. You know what? Get over here. You too. With us. They're on a run here. But we can't go anywhere unless we get the... unless we retake this castle. We'll get our new cavalry after this one. Ayutthaya. Have them surrounded. Thank goodness that the land is Vietnam, where it's narrow and the mountain range. What is that? Annamite mountain range. I have nowhere to escape. But keep in mind, you're in Vietnam. It's part of the tradition. It's fully defensive. It's tropical. Fully defensive. That's let me see the idea group. Yeah. Yes, they are fully defensive, even though this place had fallen. But we will not be fazed by it. Go get him. About to catch him, you see. We finally got rid of him. Get over here. Go save him. This is a bad place to be. But our discipline won the day here. Let's chase them down. Retake this area. Wherever they're going, we're following them. Finally took their capital. Beginning to mop up the area. Took a damn while. This better has a grand shipyard. They do. Gotta make repairs. Go up there and help them out. Still around. Trading in China where? You got that. These blasted still around. Just die out, will ya? This whole war's giving us a beating. Move in. Hey. Finally. Now they'll ever rethink about taking us on. Finish him. You are out. Willing to pillage because it's to help our capital. So we can make a lot more by any means. Anyone else? Oh, we still haven't retaken this. Retook the capital. You know what I mean? Begin your withdrawal. And get back to Vietnam. Come on, get back here. This we need because we're having a bit of trouble sinking more ships like we used to. Hey, get back here. Finally, no Padishahs here. Can't seem to catch him, can't you? Inspiring leader. Morale of armies up. Hey, what the hell are you doing up here? Get out of here. Pillage. Head back to your new territories that we will gain very soon. I am not willing to make any new gains over in South China. We'll give the court of Malang to Daviet. What are you, nuts? You don't need that. Turn to here. Back to your original post. One day later. Okay, now. This is what we want out of you. I will try to get as much land out of you as possible. As the mission dictates. Be stopping short of what appears to be parts of modern-day Laos, I think. Parts of it. Had about as much money as you could give me. Which seems like chump change at this point. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And finally, since we still have one more diplomat, we could still declare war against them next time whenever we want to, but I'll figure something out. But the problem is, who else is there to fight? Should have done a separate piece, but... Ah, well, I mean, again, you wanted these territories. I could have, told Tang Seng to give this land back to Vietnamese. I'll make it up to you in the future. But this was the ultimate goal. Here. I didn't pay attention. Thought I was going to do it, you know, separate piece, separate piece. Nope, this whole thing. Oh well. Maybe them. To get a few more out of this. Yeah, you're next. When we rest up, of course. But first we have a new cavalry type. Alright, which one? Replacing the Decani Light Cavalry. I'm all for morale, so I will go for Soars. The light Maratha cavalry has increasingly proved how vulnerable the Grand Mughal heavy cavalry armies were if you were to cut off their supplies. During the first half of the 18th century, as Maratha power grew and his infantry became increasingly organized in a European fashion, there came a need for more organized cavalry regiments. From the 1720s onwards, the size and level of organization of Indian cavalry armies would increase to attempt to match the development of infantry and artillery tactics that now took place. It would take some time before seasoned Indian generals would realize just how vulnerable their focus on the cavalry arm could make them against the drilled European-style musket regiments that became increasingly common during the 1700s. So there you have it. Head back to your original posts. Oh God. As per usual. Come on, get out of here. You're killing off the sailors that you're using up. Thank you. Oof. Stock exchange of Morocco. You got it. The fort in the middle of the savannah? Not an ideal place. But it is a center of trade. Guess that's how it seemed important to them. So, next war against Khmer, which is just to drag them back into war again. Take these territories, and then we will finally take this area, these areas here, before we face Malacca again, which truce won't expire until later in this decade. Always trying to find ways to be fighting wars and get away. Haven't really heard a peep out of you yet. almost done. Keep forgetting that it's like, hey, you should all be drilling. Too bad you can't drill here in Vietnam. Gotta start somewhere. Because, look, you're about to reach it. There's no need to assign a new general for this purpose. Just drill, drill, drill. All done. That's the reason why we should think about getting even more of soldiers' households, as it's like, yeah, the manpower reserve is great and all, but obviously I'll be planning on expanding and creating more armies throughout, you know, parts of India where they'll be stationed at. And some of our, you know, armies, it's like, yes, some will stay back to cover this area, Vietnam, and then we'll turn our attention west in the future, and they made some big gains, even taking Bukhara, but not Samarkand, though. That's good. And they're still sticking with Muscovy. It is done. Jains are loyal, which obviously you know what that means. Construction time reduced, so they'll finish this a bit faster. Alright, slow down. In a thinly veiled attack on Padishah Islam Shah, Samad Musharraf, a renowned philosopher at the University of Patani, which I believe we built that ourselves very recently. He published a treatise protesting against the access of absolute rule. Unfortunately, it seems that his work is both very persuasive and very popular among the intelligentsia, who have taken to quoting certain key passages whenever they wish to argue against government policies. Stop drilling. Right now. Hold your position. In fact, where are the transports? Oh, by the way, based on your skills... Deploy the army from South Vietnam over here. Arrest him and burn his books. Good God. This is what happens when you don't have a general present. Yeah, they killed off some of the infantry regiments. It was that deadly just to put him down by sending a infantry and cavalry only force. That's also what happens when you don't bring cannons to the front. As you were. Alright, we'll end this episode on the beginning of January of 1756. As stated before, that in the future of the EU4 series and the Lord Master channel, there'll be a slowdown on posting newer episodes. Because, you know, just give me time to record some more, as well as try to wrap up the Crusader Kings 2 Gupta series that I kind of want to get back into, and all that. So, all I could say this is, well, we know what's next for the next episode of Mughals. Declare war against Khmer. I will not be taking any territories off them. We're just looking for an excuse of how to get these guys back into the war with us. So we can take all of these territories within Champasak state, and as well as central Tanazarim and North Malaya too. So we can eventually fight against Malacca again, which will occur later in this decade, which gives us plenty of time. So yeah, that's another thing we also have to deal with. There's some revolutionaries coming into the country, and well, that could also add more problems there as well. We do know for a fact the Ottomans has not embraced the revolution, and neither do most of the Middle Eastern or African countries. But it could potentially make its way here eventually, one day. But far into the future in that series, that we will get one more idea. And also one more type of cannon and all that. And of course, so much money that I don't need to request for money from other countries anymore. What's the land force limit right now? Just one last look before we get out of here. Still very high. Here. Basically, if should there ever be a revolution, we'll just use these Waris to put them down. It's basically going to be our own National Guard. That's what it's going to be. I could see 4 armies here. Here, I mean, you already got the 2 here. That covers these areas. The capital, and that's like the biggest city. You developed the heck of Hyderabad. I would station an army there as well. You already got one over in Afghanistan, and possibly one over in Multan. Yes, and one in Multan, and one in Bengal. One in Burma. You already got one stationed there. So they have the manpower to do themselves just fine. They'll manage. They're the Vietnamese, you know. So we are very far in the league of historical scores, which indicates that it is indeed the most successful series that I've ever done for you for. I mean, arguably, when you look at Croatia, of what I've been doing. So, but around the month of September, I'll put up a poll for you people to decide of which series you've enjoyed the most, Croatia or Delhi Mughals. I mean, don't ask it here, but you'll say it in a future post whenever I put up a poll on the channel sometime in September. And so, we hope you people have enjoyed this episode. And see you in the next one. Until then, so long for now.